stone so rare, men will do anything to possess it, and all who touch it are left with blood on their hands.
The 2006 film Blood Diamond brought Sierra Leone, its war, and its diamonds into the spotlight for the first time. Like many, the war in Sierra Leone began with a corrupt government, accused of stealing both government and charitable funds. A band of rebels formed to fight for the rights of the people, but soon became corrupt themselves. Annie Dunnebeck works for Global Witness, an NGO who helps stop the trade of blood diamonds in Sierra Leone.
The rebel group, the Revolutionary United Front, which was backed by then President of Liberia, Charles Taylor, got hold of these diamond fields and basically forced civilians to dig for diamonds. A lot of the rebel leaders made a lot of money out of the diamonds.
The diamonds were then sold to buy guns, drugs, and whatever else they needed to fund the war. A war where even the killers were victims.
You look at these kids that were killing people, they were on drugs, they were told that if they didn't kill people, they would be killed.
Martin Rappaport is considered a leader among diamond industry insiders. He's been fighting for fair trade in Sierra Leone since the height of the war in the 90s. By 2001, 24,000 children had been kidnapped and forced to join the rebel army, killing over 75,000 people and displacing 2 million more. After 10 long years, even the rebels grew tired of fighting. That's when the UN was finally able to disarm them by offering money for guns.
Welcome, gentlemen and ladies.
Paul Dunbar is an American-educated Sierra Leonean. During the war, rebels tortured him and killed his father. But as he explains, after the UN disarmament, the Sierra Leonean people were finally able to take back their country.
But nobody had guns then, so we had to go on them one-on-one. So we used slings, machetes, you name it. For the first time I saw a rebel running from me, a civilian. I enjoyed it. I ran from them for 10 years, and for that one day they were running away from me.
Because diamonds are what funded the bloody war, they were termed blood diamonds. But what many don't realize, the problem of blood diamonds in Sierra Leone ended with the war back in 2002. That was 4 years before the Blood Diamond movie was even released, and 4 years before the world would hear about Sierra Leone. Today, a new government has been democratically elected and the country's at peace. But the people of Sierra Leone now live in a strange dichotomy between beauty and poverty. The country has 200 miles of white sandy beaches, yet instead of tourism, locals sell fish as a means of survival. Its tropical climate provides thousands of miles of lush, fertile land, yet without agricultural tools and training, much of the land stands unplanted. And in spite of poverty and devastation, the Sierra Leonean people are known for their generosity and acceptance.
Even as poor as they are, my experience with Sierra Leone is they would give you the shirt off their back, they would give you their last penny, they would share their food with you.
Wade Watson has a jewelry line produced solely with goods from Sierra Leone. A significant portion of the profits from Rough and Cut go directly back to the people.
And I've sat in meetings in communities where we'll start a meeting off and we'll start with the Muslim prayer and we'll end with the Our Father.
The Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven.
Religious harmony in Sierra Leone is something else that stands out to visitors.
Every meeting that we've been to, and every person is asked to pray in their way, with recognition that there are some Christians and there's some Muslims, and in my case there was a Jew around.
Sierra Leone today is a far cry from the country portrayed in the movie Blood Diamond, yet many aren't even aware the war is over.
As a matter of fact, I sent out an email saying I'm going to Sierra Leone, and my best friend sent back an email showing me, RUF with the shoulder-launched rocket grenade saying, I hope you come back. Safety isn't even an issue in my mind. Of course, health becomes an issue because malaria is a problem, and typhoid is a problem, and yellow fever is a problem, and the water itself is a problem.
And even though war is no longer a problem, aside from peace, little has changed. Burned out buildings stand where the rebels left them, electricity was never restored, and clean water is scarce. Roads have never been repaired, and there's an entire generation without education or skills because they were on the run for a decade. Sierra Leone ranks dead last on the UN's Human Development Index. Translation, it's the most unlivable country in the world.